The province of Alberta is currently reporting 210 cases of measles, with the vast majority of cases in the south central zones.
What is concerning is that 179 of the cases in Alberta are impacting children under the age of 18.
Alberta's health minister says all children aged 6 to 11 months are eligible for a mini booster if traveling outside of Canada or anywhere inside Canada where measles is spreading. She also urges all Albertans to stay up to date on their immunizations. With me now is Dr. Christopher Labos, epidemiologist and cardiologist. Dr. Labos, always appreciate your time. Thanks so much for joining us. We're seeing measles cases soar in Ontario and Alberta. Your reaction to these recent numbers?
Well, it's tragic because the correct number of measles cases we should be seeing in this country is zero. We shouldn't be seeing any measles cases. We eliminated measles in this country back in 1998. The fact that we're still seeing them now is really just a consequence of flagging vaccination rates. So all these outbreaks that we're seeing now across this country are all the more tragic because they are completely preventable. If everybody got out and got their vaccinations, if all kids had their vaccines, had 2 doses of the measles shot, we would not be seeing any measles cases in this country, and we wouldn't even be having this conversation.
Alberta has announced the expansion of access to the measles vaccine. Do you think this will help curb the number of cases that are ongoing in Alberta, and should Ontario do the same?
I think it'll certainly help. There is a lot of heterogeneity in this country about when the second dose is made available, because it is a 2-dose vaccine. So here in Quebec, where I am, you get your first and second doses usually at 12 and then 18 months. Ontario has always done it later, and there's no real logical reason for it. I suspect the justification was to give children the second dose just before they started kindergarten, with the thinking that, school is going to be where most measles cases are being spread amongst children. And there was a certain logic to that, I suppose, at one time. But we now live in a reality where, where when both parents work, a lot of kids are going to daycare and are probably picking up measles cases in that kind of context. So I think there is a certain logic to giving that second dose earlier because, frankly, kids are being exposed to measles cases earlier than they were a generation ago, just by virtue of the fact that, a lot of children are going to daycare and not starting school necessarily at age 5 in kindergarten.
And Dr. Labos, bottom line, what is your message to families right now?
Get vaccinated, get your 2 doses, because the measles vaccine is over 90% effective in preventing measles. If everybody gets 2 doses of the measles vaccine, measles goes away again, and we stop talking about this.
Dr. Christopher Labos, an epidemiologist and cardiologist, thanks so much for your time this afternoon. Appreciate it.
My pleasure. You take care.